All right, all right. Okay. I think this is really cool news. Sam Bankman-Fried finally gets arrested. He is the CEO of. Is he a CEO or is the founder? I think more founder than CEO, but he's definitely the CEO of FTX. And they finally got him and arrested him. So anyway, I thought I would mention that. It just happened not too long ago. Today, sometime today. But at the same time, I wanted to make a little video about it. Uh, I wanted to use this chance to use my screen share option. So here we go. Let's do the screen share option as well. So that will be this, and let's see.
So tonight, we got the very news that people have been waiting for such a long time.
Such a long time.
FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried arrested for fraud.
They finally got them up.
He has finally been detained.
Yeah, I mean, here's a guy that he had an exchange called FTX, and on that exchange, people would go look at FTX more like a bank. So you go on there, you give money to FTX, and you leave money there, or you can use it, like most people, to exchange your money, your physical money, like US dollars, into a cryptocurrency like Bitcoins or XRP or whatever other bullshit coins out there. I find that XRP is the only coin out there that makes sense. Every other coin to me is a shit coin. Bitcoins, Ethereum, both included. I know Ethereum has some use cases, but the fact that the technology is so wonky and it doesn't work properly, it's just so has so many bugs and problems, and the fees for it, I call it a shitcoin because of those things. I know that there are use cases for it, but if you don't believe me, you try to understand it. Try to go on one of the things that uses Ethereum, something like Unstoppable Domains. Sign up with an account with them and buy Unstoppable Domain, and you would understand why it's so fucking difficult to use Ethereum. And that's why I'm calling it a shitcoin. Until they can correct that issue, which I don't think they ever will because of these hidden costs and fees. But I'm going on a tangent. I'll get into that one day. But right now, Sam Bankman-Fried, a person who started FTX, where people would go onto that exchange. What is this? Give us a minute. We're updating Gal. It should be ready to use. Okay. What? I don't know what the hell that is. Hopefully that's not a... Okay. So when you go into a bank and you give them money to hold, which is basically what a lot of people did, they went on to FTX and purchased cryptos on there and kept the cryptos on their exchange. The banks don't take that money, a lot of it, and then gamble with it, or take it and invest it in something that's like gambling. But that's what FTX did. They had another company called Alameda, and I'm hoping I pronounced that right. I think it's Alameda. And that was an actual company that would do exchanges, that would trade, that would do trades. So they would buy cryptos at a low price and sell it at a high price, or just try their best to. But what ended up happening was they made so many bad trades that they lost a lot of profit. Now, they were not allowed to do this, but what they end up doing was taking the money from FTX that their customers put onto the FTX website. They took a lot of that money, moved it over to Alameda, and then used Alameda to do trades. But the trades were unsuccessful and end up losing so much money. And what ended up happening was it crashed their company itself. That and there was a whole Binance thing where the CEO of Binance sold his share of, you could call it a stock, but it's not really a stock. It's I forget what they call it. It's a kind of token that some exchanges use as a membership point. And in this case, for FTX, it was FTT tokens. And a lot of exchanges use similar tokens for, it's like membership points. If you go to a supermarket and you buy old things, over time you get a certain amount of membership points, and then you could buy other products at a cheaper price. Or just using the membership points, you could buy products at a cheaper price. That's along the same lines as what I forgot what they're called, but that type of token. FTX has a token called FTT, and that's what Binance end up doing this deal with FTX a while back, where Binance purchased a whole bunch of those FTT tokens from FTX, and they kept it. I think what CZ is the CEO of Binance did was he purchased those tokens in the beginning as a support for FTX, like trying to help out that company. But when CZ from Binance discovered all kinds of shady going-ons, I think that's how you say it, with FTX, he ended up selling those FTT tokens, and he had so many of it that he crashed FTX. He crashed FTX because FTX didn't have any more liquidity. They were just in the hole already, and they were just on a thin line with the funding from Binance. Basically, the funding meaning those tokens that CZ had purchased, those FTT tokens. But when he sold it, FTX just went totally down. He sold and just crashed the company. It goes deeper into that, but that's basically the gist of it. So in short, Sam Bankman-Fried, or SBF, took money from its customers, moved it over to a company that did trades called Alameda, and started doing trades. I call it more gambling than trading, but you could say trading. But they lost so much money from it that it took that company under. And this is how crazy it is. They lost so much money that they took the market under. We're talking, I think somebody said 5 billion, but in all actuality, a lot of people are estimating that it's somewhere in the range of 50 billion, which is more than enough to crash the newly crypto market. All right, let's just keep going with this for now. Let me just make sure that the stream is working. Yep, the stream is working. Hopefully the stream is working. Yeah. All right, let's go back to this guy, George.
After all the shenanigans that has happened, so yes, that finally happened. So what are they charging him with? Where is he held? Is he going to be extradited? What's the latest? And there is one theory why it's happening today of all days. Let's talk about all these things and more. And also tomorrow, there is a big inflation data reading, so I'm going to talk about that as well. So Welcome, guys. Let's jump right in. Front page, CNBC, FTX founder arrested in the Bahamas after U.S. files criminal charges. So right now, we know he's still in the Bahamas. The authorities in Bahamas said they will be working with the U.S. and they will be extraditing him. But in the meantime, they will still continue to investigate on their end. But right now, they're fully complying, and they said they did this on behalf of the U.S. and the Justice Department. So everyone's, of course, been complaining about how SBF, after this whole collapse, is still enjoying himself inside his $45 million mansion this whole time and still tweeting away, right? People have been wondering, why has he not been arrested?
Let me say something about this $45 mansion. But I don't want to talk about SBF. I want to talk about elites. See, I remember during COVID where there was this thing with Madonna. She was in her bathtub and she made this special public service announcement, PSA, telling everyone we should all stay at home. Even she stays at home. Even the rich, popular, famous people like her stay at home. And she was in this huge bathtub. It was it was huge. It was beautiful. She had candles lit. It probably smelled really good from the candles. And I think there was gold going around her bathroom. And she was saying we should all stay at home because she stays at home. The difference is she is on vacation when she's at home. She's living in this huge, if not $45 million mansion, it's got to be up there. Madonna is I think she's really rich too. I'm not really rich too. She is really, really rich, if not close to $100 million home or $1 billion mansion. To her, staying at home like that is a vacation. The majority of us don't live in a place like that. So when we're at home, we're like in a prison. So a lot of us don't want to be at home. We're trying to get a home like Madonna. That's why we're trying to go to work. So when Madonna says we should stay at home, she wants to stay at home. But the rest of us that want to be successful, like her, don't want to stay at home. We want to be at work so that we can make money for our next project up, so that we can better ourselves in a better position ourselves to move up in life. Anyway, let's just keep going. That's just a side note rant.
Right? Finally, it's happening. And what are they charging them for? A lot, including wire fraud conspiracy, security fraud conspiracy, and money laundering. Okay, some serious charges.
Now, I just want to say this. This guy, Sam Bankman-Fried, donated. They say he donated a lot of money to politicians. They say that he didn't just pick one side, meaning he didn't just donate to Democrats or Republicans. He kind of donated to both parties. But I don't completely agree with that. I think that he donated more to the liberal or to the Democratic side. And if he did give some to Republicans, they're considered rhinos. Now, rhinos are Republicans that are really Democrats in disguise. So he basically donated a lot of his money to these liberal parties. Now, donate, I don't know if it's a proper word here, even though technically that's the word we're supposed to use, these donations. But I would think more borderline bribery for these politicians to overlook a lot of his wrongdoings, like the wire fraud, like the FCC fraud, like the money laundering. He paid them off so that they didn't look at those things that he was really, really doing. That motherfucker. Anyway, let's keep going.
And what's the tweet I want to get to? Yeah, this one right here. If he's convicted, okay, of wire or bank fraud, he could be serving life sentence in prison without possibility of release with parole. It's pretty serious. It's pretty damn serious, right? So he's facing some serious stuff. Now here's the official.
So, yeah, is it serious though? I mean, it is serious. All these, damn, it's very serious. Life prison for this type of fraud, yeah, damn. We're talking Rupert Murdoch level prison sentence here. Damn, that's really, really serious. But the thing is, he paid off so many of these politicians. I wonder if they're still going to remember this. Remember his donations to try to help him out. Because I think he's at a position right now. He's in a position right now where he cannot help anybody anymore. His money has ran out. And the politicians are sleazy. I've been around gamblers, and I gotta tell you, when you have money, they're super friendly to you. They're extra kind to you. Like they'll bring you coffee if you need it. They'll bring you beer, whatever, as long as you slip them a little bit. But when you're broke, they don't do shit for you. In fact, all respect to you is lost. They speak to you like a child. They ignore. They will talk over you. So I wonder if these politicians that SBF supported or donated is going to remember this. And I want to say no. They're not going to. These sleazy ass liberal politicians fucking aren't going to do shit. And I truly think SBF is going to get a really harsh sentence because his intentions maybe were good. His intentions of, okay, I know I'm going to do fraud, but I'm going to pay off these people. They're going to help me out in the end. But now he's going to realize how sleazy the real world is. They know that he was committing crime. And now that he is fucked up, they're going to walk away. I think that's the case. I think.
Letter that was released, right, stating that the Office of the Attorney General of the Bahamas is announcing the arrest by the Royal Bahama Police Force of Sam Bankman-Fried, right? SBF's arrest follows receipt of formal notification from the United States that has filed criminal charges against SBF and is likely to request his extradition, right? So, at the time of such formal request for extradition is made, the Bahamas intends to process it promptly, right? So they will be complying. So it's all good. And the District Attorney of New York, right, Damian Williams, also announced this. So this has happened. Okay, finally, it has happened. Now, also, I don't know who actually found this. Supposedly, there was an inner circle group chat called Wire Fraud. Okay, it just sounds too ridiculous to be true, but this also came out today, how SBF, Caroline, his cronies, Gary Wang, and others, they were in this group chat that talked about how they could break other people's platforms and basically a whole lot of legal stuff. Now, of course, SBF, before he got arrested, he tweeted us out that this is not true. I was not a member of that circle, right? I'm quite sure it's false. I never heard of such a group. I mean, are you kidding?
That's crazy.
The group, of course, would be something that he's aware of, right? Because he is probably the person that started it. So this whole thing of acting dumb, like, oh, I've never heard of it. It could be there, but I don't know about it. Okay, well, that is going away, obviously, right?
All right. Well, I just wanted to make a little quick video about that incident that happened today with SBF getting arrested. But more, I wanted to play with my screen capture. I was hoping to use that incident to make a video so that I can play with my screen capture. And I think my screen capture is working pretty good. Anyway, if you're watching this video, thank you. If not, thank you to Ghosts. But okay, bye bye.